How's everyone? Wow, so many things to talk about today. Where do I start? So, what I would love to do is, in the very, very, very near future, if that exists, future, there is only now, we know that, next year, next month, next year, next whenever, it's always now, isn't it? So what I would like to do is put myself in a position of this reality of building my own house, growing my own food. That's just reminded me. Digging a well, and just being self-sustainable in every single way there is. Wow. So yesterday, if you don't know, my mum and dad, my mum about 5 years ago had a massive stroke. She's now in a care home. She can't talk, she can move her head and left arm. My dad, he's had about 3 little strokes. He's at home, but he can't talk, but he can shuffle around a lot, and he likes to put his point across. But anyway, yesterday I fell out with my sister about a year ago over my fault, all my fault. Everything is our fault. Everything that happens in our lives, in our reality, is our fault. So like, I've had a really bad time for quite a while now with my partner. We've sorted that out. My fault, all my fault. So I'm not going to that now, but so yeah, I went to wow, the sun is banging today. So I went to meet my sister and my mum. My dad's on this thing called respite, where he's been for 3 weeks to go and see to be in the same care home as me mother. And I met my sister down there. I said, look, because my dad's on all the medication you could ever imagine. It's statins. I mean, look into that. That's hilarious. All these medications, and my point is, no matter what we think, wherever medication comes from, they are taking it from nature. Everything comes from nature. So if it's helping us, it comes from nature. If it's not, then it's not helping us whatsoever. Yeah. So my sister, she's 9 years older than me. And there's no symbology in that number. She is 9 years older than me. Oh, the beautiful view of that. Can you see that? That is beautiful. So, went to see my sister yesterday, and she hated it. I'll upload it if anyone's interested. I'll find a way to, because I recorded it on my phone. The whole conversation, and this is another thing as well. It was actually 33 minutes long, and no, I am not for them. So but it was 33 minutes long. So I got there, and all I'm seeing is Caroline, because my sister's called Caroline, yeah? So, Kaz, can I please just talk to you? All you've heard, I'm trying to help. I will not stop until my parents are better. And I know they can get better. I know that. I know it. So she doesn't believe that. She even says during this conversation that we didn't have, you're putting words into my dad's head and making him think it can get better. I'm like, wow. So it would. I mean, I smile about it now. I'm not smiling at all, obviously. I'm just generating positivity. So it was extremely emotional and intense. She didn't listen to a word. She was never ready. She was just had a back up. She had a fist clenched. She was nodding. She was just laughing and it was just. And I told my dad before this happened, I said what she would do. I predicted every single thing that she would do, and she did it exactly. I'm not saying, I just knew. You know how people react when you tell them the truth. They don't want to hear it. They run away with the la 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 la, and she did. At the end, she did literally run away, hands over her ears, la 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 la. So she wouldn't listen to a word of it, and so I spoke to my dad about it afterwards, and I'm like, Dad, look, we should be doing this as a family. We should be healing as a family and making things right. And he's like, yeah, but so that's the situation now. I just thought I'd let you know. I believe after, as far as food, health is concerned, Josh X is as good as you're going to get. He will just take you straight to the basics and why and what food. Every single, the words, it really does all combine together. Our English language and what kind of foods, what all these different kind of foods are called. They're called that for a reason, a very specific reason. And this is what we are obviously not told. Like ask anyone what's protein. So if I need protein, ask anyone to explain to you. When everybody knows the word protein, ask them to describe to you what protein is and what it does for you. You won't have a clue, because it's not real, is it? Like DNA. Find a picture of DNA. There is no picture. There is no actual microscopic picture of DNA. There are only drawings. Then go back into looking who discovered DNA and why you think they discovered it. Oh, and that's another rabbit hole. So, in my opinion, as always, DNA is not real. So when you get people like my dad who just succumb to the fact that, oh, it's genetic, I've got this disease and that's it, I'm done for now, there's nothing I can do, I've just got to deal with it. It's really hurtful when it's one of your family. So yeah, that really intense conversation, but it proves how people, we've all been given these beliefs and we stick by them by, like, it seems like we'll fight to the death to defend them, and it's just nonsense. it's so strange. It's so strange. Yeah, that it would really. Anyway, my dad's he's on his way back. He's coming back this weekend, and he says he's going to do it. I believe that we should only be eating a plant-based raw diet. That not diet, because the word die in diet is not a good thing. So we should only be consuming living foods, live enzymes, nutrients, and that's takes you into distilled water. Distilled water, in my opinion, takes all the crap out here. You go to plants. Just take any plants and eat them. They're living. You pick an apple off a tree. Even though I believe you should wait for fruit to drop off, handing you that food, and then eat it. But I don't know. There's too many things to look into. Yeah. And I'm only one man, one person. So Quantum of Conscience put out a video last night or this morning, and it was really interesting. He was talking about how we've all been played in the conspiracy theory community, and we have really badly. I'd hold my hands up. I've done it. I've took something and got all giddy about it, run around and said things, and this is what has caused this rift between me and my sister, which is stopping us healing my mum and my dad. So they really have covered every single angle. They've covered every single angle that you could ever think about. It's really, honestly, if we just need to keep it simple and get to the basics of things, because these rabbit holes are endless, and it's nonsense. What is important to you? Because I believe this is just exactly the same as a dream. We create our own reality. We literally create our own reality. So it's the same as a dream. What more can you say? And there's so many things going on, and so much bullshit slung at us for no reason. Ask anyone. Go up to someone and say, so why do you work? Because everyone moans about work. Yeah. Go up to people, say, and they're moaning about work. Why do you work then? Well, to live. Think about that, because it's hysterical, really, if we think about it. So my plan in life is to go and build my own house in a warmer location. I mean, I don't know about temperatures and everything yet, but a warmer location, somewhere nice by the sea would be nice, and grow my own food and live off the land. Anything that grows from the ground is for us. If you look at it in this way, if we all knew that the only food we should eat is from nature and grows for free, we wouldn't be working all our lives for nothing, would we? Because why do we all work? We all go to school, yeah, and we are taught nonsense, obviously, but we're taught when we leave school to get a job for money, yeah, to get a job for money so we can buy a car and buy an house. That's it. That is it. Build a business, but it's all about money. So what's the number one thing they don't teach you at school? Money, how the money system works. Where does money come from? Why isn't it backed by anything anymore? Fractional banking. You know, the pound sign. Like, it used to have 2 lines across it. Why has it only got 1 line across it now? So these kind of things are not taught, but yet we do 11 years at school to learn this, apparently, to educate us. No, it's all backwards. School is to dumb us down. The medical industry is to make us sick. The military are killing us. It's where? How have we not seen this? How have we not seen it? Why am I like 40 something now, and I'm only just seeing this? I don't understand what's going on, and it's just I don't know. It's there's just too much to. I think we're making it all complicated, aren't we? There's too many, like, what should we do today? Go into town and buy ourselves a new pair of jeans, and what for? Why all the families are being torn apart, and just no one's connecting anymore, and no one's talking, and you know, no one's even looking after their own kids. We send his kids to school for someone else to teach them. Think about how messed up that is. If someone's teaching your kids something, shouldn't it be you who's teaching them? Eh? And if you don't think you're good enough to teach your kids, shouldn't you be learning? Shouldn't you be looking around and not being a slave to somebody else out here? You know, you get women who's been coaxed into thinking that they should be earning money and doing things like that. No one should be earning money. No one. We should be just doing his own thing. That's my opinion, obviously, of course. We men need women, families need women, children need women to keep us all together, to keep love whole. Men will go out and do everything. Once a man, a conversation I had with her last night, how many, I'll talk about this another time because I've got to get back. How many times do you think of sex a day, she said. So I don't know, like, I know where that come from, but boys think of sex 24/7 in the teens, and more, and that's all they're driven by, in my opinion, yeah. And when they meet someone who they fall in love with, who they want to make a family with, then that just disappears, and then they just want to build a house, make a solid home, and keep the family together. And this has been torn apart in such a way, it's unbelievable. Look around you, it's unreal. So not wasting time, right? I don't know. Random thoughts. Right. Love you all. Yeah. Just do your best. Just be a good person. Be the best you can be, is what I mean. Be the best of what you can be. You know, even if it's 1% better than yesterday, be better. Do good. What did I read the other day? Sell all your riches and give to the poor. Your riches will be in heaven. And that to me just basically means just do good, yeah. There's no way in the world she would let me make us poor, if you know what I mean. But while we're living in this system, while we've got 1 foot in this grave, and it is 1 foot in the, wow, that 1 foot in the grave. So final thought, while we have 1 foot in the grave, you will be heading that direction. I think, I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm just some idiot on YouTube talking rubbish. Love you all though.